Alright, are you looking to build a full gaming setup on a budget but don't know where to start? Well, what's up guys, Prodijay here and I'm presenting to you the ultimate full $500 gaming setup of 2020. And just for a disclaimer, this setup will only include a monitor, a headset, a keyboard and mouse, and a PC. All other equipment like a desk can be found in my other builds, but for this, we're going to focus on the most important parts. Alright, first things first, we're going to need a good monitor because that's going to be our main display for the setup, but we gotta find one on a budget so we can fit in the PC for this build, which when it comes to monitors, I always recommend people to get one that's 24 inches or more, as that's the recommended size for most people getting one. So for this setup, I chose this 24-inch Asus monitor going for about $115, but moving on to the specs, it has a resolution of 1920 by 1080, has a response time of 2 milliseconds, has a refresh rate of 60 Hz, and finally for connectivity inputs, there's an HDMI, DVI, and VGA port. And if you're curious about putting this monitor on a stand, you should be happy to know that this is VESA mount compatible. Also, there is a headphone jack if you're curious. Now, although this monitor is pretty basic, you gotta keep in mind that we want to budget out everything fairly and not go too high or too low when buying equipment. But regardless, this monitor is pretty good starting out, especially for a full setup. Moving on, we're gonna need a form of audio because audio is a necessity when watching a YouTube video, playing video games with your friends, or just listening to some music, which I would pick a normal pair of headphones like my other setup builds, but due to the budget, I know there's gonna be people that wanna have a microphone in order to play with other people while playing games or talking over Discord. So as a compromise, I decided to pick out this headset from Nubwo going for $30. And compared to other gaming headsets at its price, I found that it looked the cleanest and most minimal. And when checking out reviews and videos on the headset, most people agree that it's great and offer a lot of value, which I would highly recommend that you check out Philip Kova's review on the headset, as he does a great job of featuring what the headset has to offer, including a nice mic test. But getting to the specs, they feature great sound quality with their 50mm drivers, and over-ear cups for passive noise isolation, has a flexible noise cancelling mic to eliminate background noise, includes an on-off switch for your mic if you don't want to use it, and they're lightweight, only weighing 275 grams, which is about half a pound. And if you wanted to, you can use this headset for your PS4 or Xbox One, so it does serve multiple purposes. But overall, if you want a good cheap headset that's going to give you a lot of value, I would definitely recommend getting this. Up next, we're going to need a mouse and keyboard because that's literally the only way you're going to be able to use your computer. So starting off with the keyboard, I decided to pick out the TechWare Phantom, which is going for about $50 right now on Amazon. And in my opinion, this is one of the best budget mechanical keyboards at its price. But getting to the features, if you wanted to get this keyboard, you have the choice of getting in either blue, brown, or red Otemu switches. So in terms of choosing which one, it'll all come down to personal preference. Moving on, the keyboard features double shot keycaps, RGB backlighting that you can either customize or choose one of the 18 presets, has full end key rollover, and a polling rate of 1000 Hz. And you would be happy to know that this keyboard has its own software where you can record and assign macros, customize RGB lighting for different keys, and finally personalize up to 3 different profiles. So if you wanted to, you can have different profiles made depending on what games you play most often. So looking at all these specs, you're getting a great deal for just $50, but if you want something slightly smaller, the TechWare company does sell a TKL version of the keyboard, so if you're interested in that, I'll be sure to link that down below as well. Now before we move on to the next product, I do want to mention that this video is sponsored by Lustre. Lustre is a free Chrome extension that helps you shop for the best products at their lowest prices for you, and they do this by gathering different information from the best expert sources on the internet, analyzing key features and reviews, and then they finally rank thousands of competing products based on how well they fit your budget. And I personally love this extension mostly because this is a great tool for anyone wanting to find some of the best products around their budget. And this extension is easy to use and only takes a single click to install. So if you're interested in getting this free extension to find the best deals and different products and such, I'll be sure to leave a link down below. Now for the mouse, I chose the Rival 3 from SteelSeries going for about $30, which just taking a quick look at this mouse, you're going to be happy with the purchase because getting into the features, it is lightweight, weighing about 77 grams, includes nice 3-zone RGB illumination, has a high-grade optical sensor with true 1-to-1 tracking, has an ambidextrous design to fit left and right-handed people, has a max DPI of 8500, and finally, it has a lifespan of 60 million clicks. So this mouse is definitely going to last a long time, but overall, if you're looking to get a light mouse that has an amazing sensor, nice RGB, and just a cool design in general, I would highly recommend getting this mouse. And now for the moment you guys been waiting for, the PC. Now, if you do the math, we spent about $225 on the equipment so far, leaving us with $275 for the PC, which sounds pretty impossible to build, but I found a nice workaround so we don't gotta go over budget, but at the same time, we're gonna get great value and decent performance. So to start things off, you're gonna want to get a Dell Optiplex off eBay that has an i5 or i7 CPU and make sure it's an MT model, which the one I chose for this build is a Dell Optiplex 990 MT, going for about $110. Now before I get comments saying that this is a trash PC, yes, I know that, but make sure you stick to the end as I'm going to talk about upgrades soon. But for this Optiplex, it has an i5 2400 clocked at 3.2 GHz, has 8GB of DDR3 RAM clocked at 1600 MHz, has a 500GB hard drive, and finally it comes with Windows 10 Pro pre-installed. So the specs are pretty okay, but not amazing, but you can't expect much for $110. But the thing is, we're going to be upgrading this PC with the MSI GTX 1650 going for about $160. Now by combining this GPU with the i5 processor, you're going to be able to play games at 1080p 60 FPS at the minimum, but at the downside, you're only going to be able to keep a steady FPS on low to medium settings, which I'll be sure to show some benchmark tests and links down below to some creators that made benchmarks for certain games running these specs like Fortnite, Warzone, and CSGO. But before I end the video, I do want to mention that you can upgrade this PC in different ways, like upgrading the power supply to a 500 watt or getting an SSD for faster load times, which I would highly recommend that you check out RA Visual's Dell Optiplex upgrade guide as he goes super in depth on the best ways to upgrade an Optiplex for the best performance. So if you're looking to see how you can upgrade more, I'll be sure to link his video down below. But now, if we add up the prices from all this equipment, including the PC, it's gonna total to about $495 before tax and shipping. And looking back through all these items, you're getting a really nice deal, because of all this equipment, you're gonna have a nice budget setup that'll be good for running some games at a decent FPS, watching YouTube videos, talking on Discord, and way more. And the best part about these setups is that there's always gonna be room to upgrade certain equipment and add more to it. And before I end off the video, I do want to mention that because some of the equipment is from Amazon and eBay, the prices are always subject to change and certain products may run low in stock depending on the time and date. So I would recommend getting whatever items you want as fast as possible before the prices or stocks changes for the worst. But I think that's gonna wrap it up, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If so, drop a like and subscribe if you're new, as I do love making budget videos like this one. Also, if you guys can, comment down below what you like or dislike about the setup and tell me what you would change about it, because this was my first budget setup video where I try to fit in a PC, and I know everyone will have their own ideas on how to budget out certain items. So leave your comments down below as I want to hear what you guys have to say, and because I do love responding to everyone's comments. Also, do me a favor and come join my Discord, because I definitely want to try and grow a community where people can just hang out, talk about setups and other budget builds, and way more. So if you're interested in joining, there'll be a link in the description. But anyways guys, thanks for watching, and be sure to have notifications on so you won't miss any of my videos. My name's prodijay, and as always, stay classy.